the whole idea of this high rate of return on the investment of these today's grant is to pick your brains and collect as much as we can for what's next. And so I think there is a lot of what's next. If you look at these 50 wins in 50 years, you know, this is a very short version. You know, who had the foresight at the time to have these 50 wins? So I'm for what you are going to be seeing on what's next, I think I'm very optimistic. I think there is a lot next, a lot. And you just check what is going on here in the last day and a half. So just to pick up on a few things, very brief. The change, everybody's talking about huge change in the paradigm, in the research for development agenda. And you know, there are 3 or 4 huge drivers. First is agriculture. Jürgen Vogel here yesterday. That was more than a TED talk. If you really get that context on what's going on in the transformation of agriculture, anyway, enough of that one. On climate, on health and nutrition. We were not working on health and nutrition, and if you look at the context of what's around CIAT and the CGR, fantastic. Bioeconomy, big data, land restoration, and the list goes on and on and on forever. So no mistake that there is a huge change in paradigm, and you know, as I keep joking about it but sometimes with my board, if the rate of change outside CIAT is faster than the rate of change inside, the end is near. So my second point is on the Phil's comment on the funding ag research geography. We really need to follow on that one. That's a change in context that, you know, when directors generals had core funding, you had power and authority. I only have some of the authority because the power is gone. Where is the funding coming from, right? There's no core funding that I can say, I like rice more than foresight. I like land more than, forget it. So that's a huge new paradigm that we haven't talked yet, and it's not a criticism to any friends in the System Council or the CGR. This is the reality of the world, how research is being funded. NARS are growing, all of these things that you heard. The science for impact and social science are huge. When CIAT started, it was not science for impact. The mission was there, but now it's all for results. Perhaps too much, people say. But that creates a totally different environment here and CIAT. So if I had to dream what's next, I am a good friend of Tom Redon, and I think the sustainable food systems a la Redon, plus a few other things that we can discuss, it may be a fantastic umbrella for CIAT to integrate. We are still not that integrated, and I think that paradigm can help us a lot. So I don't lose my sleep too much about how to integrate the silos and the emperors and the programs, because in addition to these 3 research areas, we have those themes that you saw in one screen here. So those themes, John Lynham, thank you for bringing those up. So that's the only way that we can lubricate some way the matrix of the regions and so on. So with that, I think what's next for CIAT is a beautiful 50 years coming soon. Go ahead.